What's up? What's happening? Welcome to another edition of the Short Porch presented by Barstool Sports. I'm your host, Hubs. On the other side of the laptop. You're in the United States. I was thinking if we were intercontinental, you were. Marty Mush from Florida. Tommy from his apartment. TJ is home in New Jersey. Welcome. To get to this point at 10-6, it wasn't easy. We've been frustrated, noticeably and understandably, because you lose a series to the Baltimore Orioles that warrants frustration, no question about it. The offense has struggled at times, but to be 10-6 and tie for first place in the American League East, there's really not a whole lot we can be complaining about and be upset about. How we got here, the way they looked this weekend, the fight they had on Saturday, all about it. You got it. This is going to be a super, super positive episode. And, you want to be like, oh, they flip-flop and all this, their opinions. You know what, man? Baseball, like every series just fucking turns. Like every single day, something could change. So that's the podcast. Then deal with it. That's being a baseball fan. But overall, feel pretty good.
Yeah, good week. Really good week. 5-1, took care of business. Nothing to complain about, even me. I mean, I'm not like saying, oh, this team's going to the World Series. Like we should be beating the Tigers and Guardians. Like I'm managing expectations still. But yeah, good week. Gerrit Cole got back on track today. Offense came alive today. I'd still like a little more consistency out of the offense, but overall, really nothing to complain about.
I genuinely
Chad Green sucks.
We'll get to him.
Yeah. And Joey Gallo still sucks. But other than that, nothing to complain about.
I never really believed in Chad Green, but
I never have either.
I think we're the best team in the American League. I think
let me tell you who isn't the best team. The White Sox are.
This is amazing.
Real. Liam Hendricks is actually just a bad pitcher.
Dude, they're all bad. Everyone's like, oh, it's this whole.
They're very hurt, but I don't want to talk about the White Sox. But I was just be like,
they suck.
They
the whole AL is.
They had 0 wins.
That's why I'm saying we're the best team in the AL.
The Blue Jays are good. The Astros aren't as good.
No one's really pulled away early to be like, whoa, like look at this start they've had. Just everyone's been like, if you're a good team, you're off to a good start. But other than that, everyone's just kind of average and stuck in the mud a little bit. I will say we have the Yankees community, which I love, and I try to chime in here and there on Twitter. Join that if you haven't already. And I don't want to dick on him because I'm sure he's a nice guy. Actually, he doesn't follow me, so I retract that. This guy's named Sal Trefilio. He tweeted, "Take away the home runs and the Yankees only win this one 4-0. Still a solid win that I take any day, but would love to see a blowout. Not like that. Like, how do you possibly find something to complain about?
That.
We won 10-2. Gerrit Cole pitched his fucking dick off, and this guy's like, we only won 4-0. You take away the home runs.
Take away the best thing about baseball. Home run. Take away about home runs. The only thing the Yankees are
everyone hits home run. Like everyone, if you win a game, you usually hit home runs. There's no team out there that doesn't hit a home run. Tweet. Just complaining to just complain. But overall, let's start from the beginning here. There's a lot here. We're settle in here. I mean, this will be positive, except for a few things. And pinstripes, I'm expecting a lot of pinstripes to be handed out and minimal to be taken away. But you got to start off with Gerrit Cole. This is a very important start. Granted, only his 4th start of the year. And that does seem a little crazy, but given the circumstances, and pardon my allergies, they're hitting hard today, really badly.
Are you all right over there?
It's horrible. I've taken 2 pills. I might take like 3 during this episode, so bear with me. I'm trying not to sniffle as much as I want to. But Gerrit Cole showed up today when he needed to. Really, really good. He was confident out there. The body language, which I get on him in prior starts, was really good. Trevino, hey, nice to see that someone else can catch Gerrit Cole. We've been talking about that. Tommy, I feel like especially got on him about the whole personal catcher bullshit, and with Higgy not really hitting at all and him not pitching well. It made no sense to force that. Trevino is a fucking really good catcher. He called a good game today. Hopefully that is a sign. That needed to happen. I'm glad that happened right away, and we're not just going to continue the Higgy Gerrit Cole forcing thing.
Maybe Trevino's his personal catcher now.
Maybe. But Gerrit Cole was really good today. The body language is all. He had I think his strikeouts in the 4th inning. He ran off the mound basically, and I was like, whoa, that is it actually provoked a whoa from me because he had such like a fucking sourpuss face on for like those all 3 starts. Just no excitement, whatever. He had it today. He was confident today. He wasn't thinking as much. Big start from him.
Yeah, that's what we paid Gerrit Cole for. The starts like this was reminiscent of like early last year or 2020. I saw people tweeting at me today, oh, Gerrit Cole, are you going to take back what you said about Gerrit Cole on Tuesday? No. Gerrit Cole has one good start against the Guardians. And
yeah, it's an April start. Like
it makes up
we
for...
also
honestly, he doesn't in Fenway. I think that warrants but we are so far away.
It doesn't make up for how bad he was to start this season.
No question.
Start at Fenway.
No question.
It's a good start. Really, it's a great start. Let's string some more of those.
Let's temper our excitement. Yeah. But big. But
we're gonna get those tweets all the time though, because we're so like that game. We're gonna
like I said earlier, like with the podcast, like it's baseball, dude. Everything fucking changes in one day. Like it's just you just have to understand that's how baseball works. There's so many games, there's so many ups and downs. Just deal with it. So
yeah.
No, but he was good. One thing I wanted to take away, and this was a quote that came out on Saturday prior to his start. I forget who interviewed him, and it was just like he said he had people reaching out to him who have watched him his whole career and like giving him advice because he was at a point where like he's taking advice from anybody. And he said he watched a lot of film to see what was wrong. He said the mechanics are pretty good. I said this before. I think it's just confidence. I think it's literally just mental. But he did say that his son, Kaiden, told him to relax. His son's 2 years old.
That's a Wakanda Forever award.
It actually is, though. I almost said the KFC, but I don't want to egg on a person who hates the Yankees to do it. But like, there's just no way that his son told him to relax. His son's 2 years old.
Yeah. First of all, 2 is I didn't talk till I was 3.
I'm shocked you've talked. I'm shocked you figured out talking like at any point. Like
not talking till you're 3 is when you start going to the doctors, being like, "All right, I think my kid can't speak." Second of all,
makes sense.
If he said relax, we're gonna win the World Series.
Well, we gotta hire him.
But if he didn't, we're not gonna make the playoffs.
Well, whatever. It just you can't. I was asking people like, you speak at 2, but you're not understanding any.
You're saying like mama, dada, bottle.
Yeah, you stare at the sun and point sun. Like,
but if he said like relax to maybe anything, he's like, oh, you know what? Relax. Like he probably wasn't talking about like, hey,
you know what? That Tommy, you just said it. I think
maybe his wife has been like, Gerrit, relax, and then the kid was like, yeah, relax, daddy, relax, something like that.
Okay, maybe he did say it now. Now I'm thinking now it might be on Kaiden's side. Maybe it's not.
Why, like,
Cubs was anti-Kaiden for a little bit.
Yeah, but that's
pro
why
Amy, of course.
Like, the Celtics are
always gonna be pro Amy.
I think the Celtics are 10 times better because of fucking Deuce, fucking Tatum, because he's always there, and like I think that
but he's been alive for years, and
I understand, but it helps the fucking Celtics, so maybe it could help us.
Remember when there was like the whole thing with the White Sox and Adam LaRoche's son?
They wouldn't allow him to lock.
They were like, get this fucking kid out of our clubhouse.
They were like, yo, enough with your fucking kid.
Yeah.
No one likes this guy. He's so loud. He annoys everyone. And you're Adam LaRoche. Like, you're not even good. Fucking White Sox. It was big by Cole. His next start will probably come against the Royals on the road. So we'll see how that goes. But today was a good first step. I haven't seen any quotes. It's like no beat writers tweeted quotes today after the game. It was very weird. They just kind of.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, true.
Like I feel like I don't want Gerrit Cole making a quote after a game.
Fair, but I imagine
having a noteworthy quote, I should say.
That's fair. But yeah, offensively though, nice to have them like open it up for sure today. And he got the lead again to work with. That was nice. Rizzo with the early home run. It kind of hit me today. And I mean, like we've seen Anthony Rizzo play so many times and you appreciate everything, but like the double play he turned today that was just so high IQ, the step on first and immediately get the runner on the run. Like Luke Voit just doesn't do that. Luke Voit doesn't even, I don't want to dick on Luke Voit. He actually just went on the IL. Him and Clint are both on the IL at the moment. So like, you kind of be like, oh, well, you know what? The grass might be greener on the other side. Luke Voit doesn't make the play that Rizzo did today. and Luke Voigt gets hurt a lot. So like, it's kind of rearing its head, like his problems or, so it's really nice to have Anthony Rizzo. Yeah.
Like he's always been a big name and you know him from like the Cubs World Series, but watching him every day, like you really appreciate how good of a player he is. Defensively, doesn't make any errors, makes all the smart plays, and like offensively, just a professional hitter, which is such a cliche, but like hits home runs in big spots, works counts.
It's a guy you want up at a big moment, and like you need many people. You need guys.
He's a winning baseball player.
Yeah,
he's everything Garrett Sanchez isn't. Ricochet shot.
You also realize how great he is, and like how much people love him, because every time you tweet about him, you have Cubs fans being like, I can't believe I have to see this from Yankees guy. Like they still love him even now.
Oh, it kills Carl. It kills Carl.
Yeah. So it's like, that he's a fucking man.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even talking. We don't even know the impact he actually has on the clubhouse, like the things he says in behind the scenes or whatever. But I imagine from everything you hear, that's a huge part of it too. But just seeing him every day, you just don't have to worry about first base. It's nice to not have to worry about first base. And for a while we did. For a long time.
Yeah.
So like we almost like settled for Luke. Like we settled for, because you're going off the Greg Bird debacle and everything post Teixeira. Right. Oh my God, Chris Carter. And you settled for Luke Voigt. And for a while that was fine but then you realize like, wait, we can do even better than this.
You've really done such a 180 on Luke Voigt. This was your guy.
He unfollowed him on Instagram. So Hubs takes that to heart.
Ghosted my farewell text to him. That was mean.
He what?
Ghosted it?
I didn't say that. I texted him like, best of luck in San Diego when the trade happened. Like the day after, nothing.
You know what though? I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah, but no, I was just like, thank you for coming on the pod. Like, best of luck. I hope you kill out there. Nothing. I feel like just reacting.
Yeah, I could see him just wanting to leave everything in the past.
Sure. No, but like, I don't know. I get that, like, he had a lot going on. I don't want to talk about Luke Voigt. I also did blog about him with the Tommy Pham thing. I don't
want to talk about him, but I blogged about him.
Well, I'm showing you that I still I still appreciate him, because I was totally on his side with the Tommy Pham thing, and I didn't think anything was wrong. I feel like if I had a personal vendetta against him, I wouldn't have done that. So I don't totally.
You're just like a breakup. You and Luke Voigt broke up. Like you don't want to bring him up, but like you somehow work him into conversations. But you're fine. You're not mad about it.
Does it kill you? Does it kill you that he still follows me?
I think you pay people to follow you. There's no way people like willingly follow you and like hang out with you. You're just like you're like a very homeless man, Dan Bilzerian.
Scumbag.
Let's take a break real quick. Talk about our friends at GameTime. I saw Jake Marsh was at the game today via GameTime. He bought the tickets last minute, no brainer. I believe Hank and Gaz went to the Nets Celtics game the other day using everyone's using GameTime. If you're not using GameTime to get to big events, concerts, sporting events, I just don't know what you're doing. You're using the wrong platform. GameTime is the only app that you should be using to get to these games. It's perfect for the last minute buy, which honestly is the only way to go. I think if you buy tickets ahead of time, you're a fool. The best tickets, the best prices are available right before the game starts, right before game time. And GameTime is the way to do it. You get incredible value, incredible seats at the price you want. The biggest last minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. Truly, like you'd be so surprised. You go to like a move that I frequently do is just go to Billy's, and then about an hour, and you get there like 2 hours before game time, and then drink for an hour or whatever. And all of a sudden you check GameTime, boom, best seats, no brainer, easy price, done deal. Download the GameTime app right now. Go to the account tab to create a login, redeem code SHORTPORCH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download GameTime, last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Love GameTime. Okay, a lot of ways we can go here. I'm going to start. Let's go DJ LeMahieu. It is so nice having a healthy DJ LeMahieu. Like it is, we talk about the Joey Gallo, backers and people who just will fight with analytics. Those same people don't believe in DJ LeMahieu. And I hate those people
Well, that's because Hubs, they're morons.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw you getting into Jastrzemski, right?
Yeah, Jastrzemski just responded to one of my tweets. He was like, there was like one thread of like this guy going to the ends of the earth.
It was
defend
that
Joey
I think it's
Gallo being
Aaron
good at
Hicks
baseball.
RBV wagon or the fuck.
No. It's another.
Oh.
It's a random account. Will something. It's like he just made something about like all these stats to back up Joey Gallo being good at baseball. And it was like after, I don't know, his 10th straight strikeout, I would just like update, and like John Jastrzemski was like, I hate these people.
Yeah. They don't believe in DJ LeMahieu. They reference his 2015 stats and all that stuff. They look for excuses. They use the juice ball against him. They use 2020 against him. Like they look for everything to discount DJ LeMahieu's production. And I just think it's so stupid. You see what he brings to the lineup when he's healthy. He was so clearly hurt last year with the hernia. He didn't use it as an excuse. But like you hear it everywhere. And he looked like he couldn't lift the ball for a reason. He was very hurt, but he didn't want to come out of the lineup. Like it just makes total sense. I'll use the excuse for him. No problem with that. You don't have to use the excuse, DJ, but we will. You seeing what this guy can do. He's on what, an 11-game hitting streak now? And in that span, I think he's hitting around 400. Let me get the numbers. I think Goodman tweeted out. This guy is helping this, and he's back to being leadoff. They did a little lineup shuffle. I think Hicks is now more down in the seventh. Yeah, which, oh my God, shocker. The career 220 hitter with the LBP of 320 is back to earth. Still fine. The at-bats he's putting up are good enough. He did actually get a hit today with the bases loaded. Well, no, I guess it was a fielder's choice. I don't think the game hit the game in the RBI because the Guardians don't know what they're doing in the field. DJ, 3 for 4 today with the homer, 3 RBIs, now hitting 390 over his last 11 games. That's an 11-game hitting streak. It is so nice having this guy on this team, healthy as can be, giving Cashman a little bit like, hey, this is why you pay me. You gave me this contract, all this. It wasn't all for nothing. This is great. I love DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, I love he's everything I love in a hitter. About average hitter, doesn't strike out that much, clutch, big spots, has some power. Like that's a big reason the offense was so bad last year. He was pretty bad.
He's the table setter. He makes everything go.
I'm kind of retracting my statement of I really do like him batting first.
It's just
but it's not because fifth also because he's also fucking unbelievable with like runners and scoring shit. Like fifth was awesome to have him when in the big spot, but it's like you got to give him as much at bats as you can.
Yeah,
and him and Judge to start a game is just such a hard start for a pitcher. Rizzo,
that's such a hard one.
This top of the lineup coming up, it's like all right, this is like death row here. So
that's an elite 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just this. And it plays even more to what you're saying, Marty. Like if Donaldson can really start hitting, and like you saw a little bit this weekend, helps so much. Because if you're gonna pick one guy to have been on base, you want the home run threat with Donaldson, right? And you want DJ to be the guy that's on base, so it makes sense that way. It really even helps more because lineup order is a little silly to like bitch and moan about because once the first 3 innings end, like it's not the same order every inning, every 3, but it really helps when the bottom of the order is contributing. And a guy that's doing that right now, who is just a joy to watch at the plate right now, is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
I'll give the ad helps. I'll give you the credit for that. You said he was going to come around.
It worked out. I mean, I didn't expect this.
and he's hitting at home though. Like it wasn't just the road.
Had to get going on the road, and he's carried it over.
It's crazy what I said, but I'm not. Enough about me. Let's talk about IKF. The guy's in 300. Like he's in 3. Yeah. He's coming through. The hit on Saturday was incredible. Like it just kept going and going. And we'll get into all that in the foul after that, but let's talk about him for a second. The defense also hasn't been an issue at all. If anything, it's been really good. Like it's just a ball to the short, and maybe that has to also do with him relaxing. But the ball hit the short now. I don't sweat at all. It's actually like I kind of got a similar feeling to what I just talked about with Rizzo after Voit that I do now with IKF after Glaber, where like I have to hold my breath every time it's hit the short, like to his right or whatever. I don't have to worry about that with him. He's gonna make the play. So it's just relieving to have a shortstop that plays.
to have like a moment too at Yankee Stadium Saturday, I feel like was huge because the fans were getting on him the first series, which was rightfully so. He was picking up the joint, but like to have that game time, which is, probably the biggest hit maybe the Yankee season so far. I mean, I don't know if you want to say the Glaber hit is bigger, but to me, like the IKF hit to tie it up.
Glaber hit doesn't happen without IKF.
Right, exactly. So I feel like that was big. That's not a game you could drop. You don't want to, start a series splitting with the Guardians. So that was huge to have that.
He almost got canceled.
It's so hard. Apparently John Sterling was just saying Indians all weekend. I mean, you can't just teach it's hard. It's hard to adjust. I used to remember like growing up, my dad would always call them the California Angels instead of Anaheim or whatever. I'd be like, Dad, how hard is it to remember? They're now Anaheim, but like now, same thing, like Redskins, Indians. Like I just.
You actually just got canceled. Damn.
We said those team names up until like 2 years.
Go for slurs that you don't like either. That you think should come back.
It's hard to adjust. I'm saying sometimes you just like naturally.
I know. And the name is so stupid. I hate the name Guardians. Just pick something else.
It's never gonna feel right.
The Guardians just can't feel.
We should give them a redo. Just like, hey, change it again.
I kind of like how it seems like it's in the agreement in the CBA was every team the Yankees play just doesn't know how to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Well, the Tigers.
I watched that play a lot today. Like I no joke.
Which one, Marty?
The pop up to center.
Okay, because Mercado, I don't know what he was doing either, but yeah.
I watched the pop up to center, like no joke, 7 to 8 times. Because I was just like, I think that he thought he was doing something smart. Like I think he thought he could turn a double play there or something. Whereas I don't know what he was doing. I just tried to be in his mind for a second to figure out what the fuck he could be doing. And at the end, I was like, thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like an example of like, this is why bad baseball teams are bad. Like the Tigers on whatever night that was where they were dropping the pop-ups. Like, this is just like, they're just not very good teams.
Yeah, they're bad.
In my tweet about the victory today, I called the Guardians. I was like, you need to sweep bad teams. Like, they swept a bad team. And people were like, they're not a bad team. I mean, it's not a good team.
Have some like, they have some high averages, but they're
not like the fucking Pirates.
You show that lineup to a casual fan, like, who the fuck half these people?
Also, they're not a playoff team. So in my mind, if you're not a playoff team,
we avoided Bieber too. So and McKenzie.
Yeah, that was nice. Those guys give us trouble.
I think people are saying they're not a bad team because
also their offense is off to a good start. So like they came in hot.
Recently been like in the playoffs and shit, like with like the past couple of years and stuff,
right,
where the Tigers have been so bad for so long that you call them a bad team.
Right. That's fair. It was just so like that Guardians outfield, and we'll get into it now. Coming off of Saturday, like you couldn't like the fans were just probably getting on it more and more today. Like Miles Straw was probably like he wanted to be anywhere else in the world than center field of Yankee Stadium today after like that play.
Yeah. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So obviously IKF gets the big hit. Quan crashed in the left field, and I have some background here, some like reporter digging that happened accidentally. I don't get it. It's one of the weirder coincidences ever. So anyways, Quan crashes in. He looks concussed. I like he crashed into that fucker. He ran at full speed. And granted, 2 outs in the 9th, you go balls to the wall, and he's great. Although it was great to see him strike out this weekend because that guy doesn't swing and miss. Anyways, Glaber comes up next. The walk-off. Before that, Straw is getting into it while Quan is down with fans and climbs up on the fence. And the visual of him doing that, I don't know about you, but I thought, holy shit, is Malice in the Palace about to happen in baseball? Because the distance between him and those fans is probably from me to my computer laptop right now. He was right fucking there. And they're just going at it. And I'm like, holy fuck. Is he about to just climb into the stands and just fight these people? Like, what is going on here? Doesn't happen. Then they go on and Glaber walks it off. And then you can't even enjoy the Glaber walk-off. I couldn't send my, like, let's go tweet before fucking judges stand have to run in the right field to calm down the fans because they're throwing everything. And apparently I don't know what the eventual thing is here. The beer cans were apparently left on the field because cops, it's like a legal thing. You have to see how much beer is left in the cans. And if there's X amount of beer, it's considered a weapon. And then they like treat it differently. That is just told me because my buddy was at the game and he was walking to Billy's with a guy, like everyone's talking about it, obviously. And I think this guy was also a cop and he was explaining that. So that's all I'm going. That could be just completely a lie, but it kind of sounds like it makes sense. That's crazy in itself. As for the fans, and we were talking, I mean, you just can't throw shit at players. I'm all about trash talk. And like, I think that's awesome. And when people get into it back and forth, are you okay, Marty? Are you dead?
Marty? Did Marty just die on the podcast?
Yo.
Oh, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone. Yo, I thought he just died. Imagine like he slipped over and there was just like a fucking knife in his neck.
That would have been awesome.
That was insane. Anyways, I'm all about trash talk and all that as long as you don't cross the line and like, get to crazy levels like they do in Fenway and you've heard like they do in Fenway. You just can't throw shit at players.
I agree. Can't throw shit at players.
Really bad. And also, we won. Like,
can't throw like especially full beer cans. But the rap of like, Yankee fans are the biggest scumbags on the planet.
People are always going to jump on that.
Somebody check on the Yankee fan that Miles Straw, climbed up the fence to yell at. Check on his mental state. Check on his well-being, because that's a traumatic experience. And you know what? If you're going to climb up like that, you have to be prepared for what comes next.
Thank you, Tom, because that's what I said. Okay, so when you can go the same way, you can't as a player go after the fans. Like if you're climbing up and screaming at them, they're gonna retaliate. If you're calling such scumbag fans, what the fuck are we gonna do? Just let them on the fence and come after us? Because I think me and you, Tommy, agreed. Like, I don't think throwing things at players are stupid. You should never do that.
All right, so we agree there. I thought based off text, you guys were going to be like, yeah, fuck him, hit him.
But I also kind of like, we are scumbag fans.
Here's the thing.
I don't mind like outfielders being like, fuck, like the fans out there are going to give it to me good. Like, I don't mind having that Bronx Zoo mentality. Don't
Completely.
Throw something and fucking hit a player, obviously.
Right.
Yeah,
but the fear of it, it's a tool. Yeah. The fear is a tool. Like, I feel like
fucking Robert. Are you you watched? All right, so you watched the Batman on HBO.
Fear is a tool.
Yeah. All right.
Not again. I did see it in movie theaters 3 times.
It's on HBO Max right now.
Is this straw little bitch to call us the worst fan base ever? Who are you?
Did he say that? I missed that.
It was just
that was his quote yesterday. It was like classless, worst fan base in sports or something.
That guy. No one knows who you are. I can swear to God, no one knows who the fuck you are. You fucking little bitch. And like saying we're the worst fan base. We have fans that go to the game. No one's a Guardian fan, you fucking cock rig.
I'll say this, and to more of your point, people acting like this is the first time fans have done anything like this, like ever.
It's just the Yankees.
You don't think people have thrown shit on the field before? It's don't condone it, and I condemn it, but like let's relax there.
Fucking straw.
It sucks they don't come back at all this year.
Oh God, I think the fact that they just kept making fucking misplays on Sunday was hilarious. They're probably getting so much shit for that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I had a point. I've had a long day. That just went away from me. But it was a crazy, crazy scene. I just think the fact that they won the game, like you can't just enjoy. Just go to Billy's. I heard the line for Billy's was blocks long, by the way. So after that win, people were fired up. Not naturally.
That's why I think obviously that's why, but we won to fuck this guy. We're gonna fucking go nuts now. It's like almost like
imagine we lost. What would the response be if they lost?
Lost, it would look, I think, 10 times worse.
I think the fans would have ran on the field.
Yeah, they probably would have tried to stab him or something. I feel like
I think it would have been, maybe it's a blessing they won. But
yeah.
Here's my point. Remember Josh Reddick, where he had the line like Yankee fans, they just hate people. I love that fucking line, by the way. We made shirts for that. Yeah. I think we sold 60 of them, but I still have one. It's a fantastic. It's just you can't wear it in today's climate because now we have civil unrest and all this shit, but it just says we just hate people. Like you can't probably wear that shirt in public, but it's a good sleep shirt. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'll say if I didn't know like the backstory, I just saw someone walking down the street with a "We Just Hate People" shirt, I'd be crossing the road.
Yep. Yeah, you just can't. You gotta avoid it.
I'd be like, all right, not gonna try to do anything that could mildly annoy this guy.
With Marty. Well, I'm just picturing Tommy wearing that shirt and someone being scared of Tommy.
Now I'm just picturing Tommy like reading people's shirts on the road like all the time now and crossing the road. Like, I'm not going to this guy.
Gotta pick your spots.
Oh, God. All right. We got more to talk about. First, I want to talk about our friends over at BetterHelp.
BetterHelp is what the Yankee fan should get yesterday. Let's make sure that Miles Straw didn't say anything that was too demeaning or damaging to him and for his psyche. Let's get him BetterHelp and make sure Miles Straw didn't cross the line. That scumbag.
Okay.
That's good help right there, though. That's like you're looking out for.
People don't. Could you imagine? You told Miles Straw after that encounter on Saturday that we were using him for an ad read. Like, okay. People don't always realize that physical symptoms like headaches, teeth grinding, and even digestive issues can be indicators of stress. And let's not forget about doom.
Oh, fuck. I got all that.
I know. Let's not forget
my
about
stomach always hurts. I've got headaches. I always clench my teeth.
BetterHelp might be your answer here, your solution. Let's not forget about doom scrolling, sleeping too little. I have that problem. I think I got 8 hours of sleep this entire weekend. Sleeping too much. Don't have that issue. I have the opposite. Under eating, that one, and overeating. Clearly, don't have that one. But I mean, whatever it is, man, stress shows up in all kinds of ways. And in a world that's telling you to do more, sleep less, and grind all the time, here's your reminder to take care of yourself, do less, and maybe try some therapy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much, much more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try. See it online. See if online therapy can help lower your stress. This podcast, we're sponsored by BetterHelp, and Short Porch listeners get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/porch. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/porch. Whew, didn't think that we were going to lead into that ad read like that. Okay, Saturday, kind of going in reverse order here. This is just a nice weekend, man. I thought overall, I mean, it's great. It's harmful that the Yankees cause such a mood swing for me. But like when the Yankees play like this, like I just had such an enjoyable Saturday and Sunday and Friday.
Yeah.
Friday night. But they do. That's the life of a baseball fan. Nestor Cortez on Saturday was absolutely brilliant to the point where I was confident he was throwing the perfect game. And if he doesn't get jobbed on the 2-2 pitch, I think it was in the 5th inning with 1 out, absolutely fucked over. He deserved it. Maybe like technically it was a ball, but the way he was pitching and the frame job that he was given, I thought he was deserving of the call. He goes on to walk.
Cortez, that's a respect call. That's a reputation call you give to Nestor Cortez.
Right. He goes on to walk that guy and then gives up the home run, the nailer, which I can't believe got out. I just, based off the swing, it was just stunning to me.
That guy.
Yeah, I don't like. He killed them in the playoffs, even though the Yankees swept them or whatever. But like he was just a terror in that series. But Nestor Cortez was once again outstanding. He is. I know Cole was good today. Continue it, pal. Nestor Cortez is the ace of the New York Yankees at the moment. He is much-watched television. If you're a Yankee fan or not a Yankee fan, I'm absolutely in love with him. The way he pitches is such a delight. The mustache is glorious. Just a fantastic human being. It is a sin that he's getting paid $700,000 this year.
He's just such a joy to watch. I woke up like kind of late Saturday, went, got a bagel, got some coffee, came back to my apartment, settled in right around 1 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have myself an afternoon watching Nestor Cortez pitch. Like, that's all I want to do. My roommate, who's like not a Yankee fan, I was giving him the whole backstory on Nestor Cortez. I was like, just watch this guy pitch. Like, it's just good for the soul. It's just
how many times did you insert yourself into that story? Be like, I'm the reason.
I believe
I was that was almost the whole story.
Okay.
I I was the first guy on his bandwagon. Yeah, he's like, there's no more. It's no longer a question of like, oh, when is this ride gonna end? Like, I think it was fair to think that last year, even as the biggest Nestor guy out there. I think there was a point where it's like,
Sure.
well, this can't last forever. Now it's like he's just a really good starting pitcher. He's figured it out.
He's so reliable.
Games. He threw what, I think 91 pitches yesterday.
Yeah, I thought he should have finished the 7th, but he didn't. But like I thought he easily could have given 2 more outs. I felt that was an early pull.
The dive to first base made me.
Oh my god,
that made me come so much.
Part of a Lion.
You just don't see many people do that anymore. Like actually care.
Superhero like as if this guy can't do anything more, and then he just pulls off a move like that. I mean, yeah, there's really not much more you can say. You can pencil him in every time he starts. You're just going to be enjoyed. If they score enough runs for him, you win the game. I was scared, actually. This is how crazy my brain got to. I thought he was going to get 9 perfect innings and just have a no decision. I didn't think they were going to score in that game, which would have been ultimate.
Red Sox Rays situation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how about that? We'll get into the Sox. Everything's really going really well over there for them. We'll get into that towards the end. But yeah, Nestor was fantastic. Josh Donaldson's homer. Off the bat, I did not think it was going out, but I just trusted him because that pimp job he had where he's just walking backwards was so fucking cool. Just so swaggy, the numbers got to get a little better for me, but like the demeanor he brings, the fire he brings is just bar none.
That helps. Both his home runs weren't very far, but he knew.
Well, this one was more to left center, but yeah. you mean in the sense of like just clearing. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like the last one, his first one was barely got out.
Yeah. But he knows. But I mean, when you're in the league like that, you know.
I do think his attitude and demeanor, even though like his numbers do suck right now, does help this team.
What is he at? What are his
actually at like 200?
What are the overall numbers here? 196.
Yeah.
2 homers, 4. If this is updated, OP. Yeah, I mean, numbers have to get better.
So we'll pick up could just be but yeah, he's bringing a good energy.
I think he's gonna come. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna try to do another thing here. I'm feeling myself a little bit with predictions, so we'll do. Josh Donaldson will be a terror in Fenway Park. He will kill them in Boston. I think he's going to be an absolute, like he's saving it almost, not purposely, but I
can see him banging doubles off the wall.
I think he'll hit one over the monster. Like
he's probably played there a bunch because when he was on Toronto.
Okay, let's see what his splits are.
Anyone just hear a fart I just ripped? Hope that didn't come through in the audio.
I didn't think it was a fart off of sound, but now that you say it, I'm like, okay, that was a fart. Okay.
Yep.
I saw the lean too. That was fucking gross.
I had McDonald's for dinner. I shouldn't have done it.
Tom, you drilled this. So 37 games started in Boston. He is a career 307 batting average, 967 OPS, 7 homers, 19 RBIs.
Hey, what did Tommy nail there?
Yeah, I was just taking.
He nailed nothing. He said he played for the Blue Jays. Obviously, they played the Red Sox a lot.
I didn't know what he was.
I'm not letting you get away with that.
Did I just like nod and like, yeah, sure. Oh, I said, Tommy, you nailed this. Yeah, you're right.
You said, Tommy, you nailed this. You were the one that said he's going to do good at Fenway. I was just like, he probably played there a lot because
I've had a Blue Jay. Went to it's a long weekend in a good way, but a long weekend. I'm just okay. Damn it. I hate giving Tommy any comments, and he didn't even deserve that one. That's
I wasn't letting him. Believe me, I don't let him have any.
That's good. Hey, Marty, that's good policing.
Yeah.
Good policing. That's why we waited for you to get off your flight. That you just earned it right there. But yeah, Saturday. Oh, okay. So let's do one negative thing here. Chad Green doesn't need to be in high leverage situations when we have the bullpen that we do. It just doesn't need to have. Like, why are we still doing? Listen, he can pitch. He could still be on the team. I think this is like his last year. But man, I have no confidence in that guy ever, and especially if he comes in a 1-run game like he did. He's a walking home run ready to happen with his fastball down the middle that has no movement, or fucking his looping curveball that he always loves to hang. Like, can we just not use him in high leverage situations? We have guys up and down this fucking bullpen that are just unreal. We don't need to be using Chad Green there. I know his year-end numbers will end up
probably looking kind of
Always.
solid, but he's just not somebody I'll ever trust. I don't care how good of a streak he's on, because he'll have one of those streaks where he looks really good. I'll never trust him in a big spot. He's a home run waiting to happen. Nobody gives up big spot home runs better than Chad Green.
His face is so stupid too. I can't stand.
He doesn't show any emotion.
Yeah, there's no emotion. He kind of looks nervous just all the time, even if he's like doing really well.
Yeah.
I never liked him. I don't even care. And I know he has the stuff.
It's been like a year of this too.
Been a long
More
time.
than that.
It's just like, yeah, you're right. The numbers, I talked to this with Castellani on our MLB show, but like, he's one of those guys where, yeah, the numbers are good, but like when he fucks up, it's bad. It goes.
What year did he get sent down to the minors? Was that 2019?
God, remember that? And they had the fucking, and then he came back and was pretty solid, I feel like.
I think that was 2019.
I'll tell you right now. That was in 2019. And in that full year, yeah, he ended up with a 4.17. So like, yeah, the numbers didn't actually end up being good.
But they were so bad at this.
They were yeah, let's see. 2019 game log. I bet his ERA was so high at one point. All right, let's see when it got really bad. So let's go. Nope, that's not what I fucking clicked.
This is for the YouTube, but I got sour cream and onion chips. Look at the chips.
Look like fried calamari.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
fucking
insane.
nuts.
Okay, April here.
There's
So
chips like this.
his ERA, so he got sent down at the end of April, it looks like. His ERA in 7 2/3 was 16.43.
Yikes.
14 earned runs in 7 2/3. Opponents were hitting 400 off of him. Yeah, that's not great. I was wondering, and they may have, because I don't think they wanted to stay away from Chapman for that game because he had been used in 3 of the last 4, which is fine. You don't want to do 4 or 5 this early. Maybe Loaisiga was being saved for the 9th to close it out because they did have the lead at that point. But I was wondering where Loaisiga was in that game. It just didn't get used, and he hasn't been used since Wednesday. So I don't know. No, he didn't pitch today, right? Yeah, no. They pitched the Juan name Ron. Yeah, no. So I don't know. I thought that was weird. Guys, I mean, to do a mini trust tree here, easily have more faith at the moment. Miguel Castro, Michael King, Loaisiga, Holmes, and Chapman. That's 5 guys I trust over him easily.
Not even
I trust Wandy Peralta more than it. I trust literally.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna add Wandy too. 6, at least 6.
Wendy's been unbelievable.
Wandy
got him.
Yeah, Wendy's been good. He's got 2.7. Yeah, he's been good. Yeah, can we just not force the Chad Green stuff anymore? Like, I just don't want to lose games anymore because of Chad Green. I feel like that just shouldn't happen. Luckily, they do come back and whatever. I'm glad he didn't get the win. He didn't deserve the win. I think they ended up giving it
he
to
got it because he also had a shitty. When did Severino start? Wednesday? Like he had a pretty shitty. He gave up 2 runs. He got the win.
It was some bad luck with that one. This was like he just gave a bomb, and he gave the bomb the fucking.
You give up 2 innings in a run. You give up 2 runs in an inning. You should get the win.
Fair. No, for sure. I agree with that. But this one he gave up a home run on the fucking Hedges, who doesn't hit. Like, come on, man. The ball's destroyed too. Thank God they won that game. That was very nice. Yeah, so that's really the only downfall of the week. You know what? One more downfall. Amazon Prime, these games suck. You know what the biggest thing? They're not on at bars. You can't. What are you going to tell a fucking bar? Hey, put the game on. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh, yeah, let me just fucking do that for you. Like
Amazon Prime is like the new, like when college basketball, when the NCAA tournament comes on, like the True TV. Like, what channel is this? And then
it's not a channel, Marty.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Now it's like, oh, you have to go get Amazon Prime. It's fucking stupid.
Now, like, okay, I assume all of us have Amazon Prime, but do you, Marty?
No.
Yeah. All right. Take that. You're not a real person. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like you don't even
get it now. That's the thing.
I feel like
honestly, Amazon Prime is one of the better deals around when you consider it's a streaming service and a delivery thing.
And you get a free subscription to Twitch if you ever want to use it on Barstool Casino.
How about that plug? Wow.
You like that?
I'm shocked that you pulled that off successfully, Marty.
Have you? I wish you care about the Short Porch podcast more like that, where you would just drop it on like that. That was from the heart.
This summer, is short porch and coin boys. That's it.
All right. That was beyond impressive. My God. But the Amazon Prime, nothing to take away from the game itself.
Let's slow the roll a little bit on. I mean, Marty just. I mean, come on. That was beyond impressive that Marty remembered like a feature of like one of his main shows that you get a subscription. Like, how low is the bar for this idiot?
The lowest. What are you talking about?
And that's what I've created. I've created people just like, good job, Marty. Just for little simple things.
It was like a kid who like hit a basketball shot that hit the rim. It didn't even go in. It just hit the rim, but we're like going crazy.
He's like, if he crosses the road successfully, you give him a high five. It's like, good job. You didn't get hit by a car. Congratulations, Marty. Good job.
You want to slow my roll on my
you guys are going back and forth with
Hub's going crazy with the compliment.
Yeah. Hubs is just being extra nice just in case he forgot anything about one of our birthdays or surgeries. Just making sure he's doing nice things.
There's no birthday I didn't forget.
No birthdays, you're right.
I texted Marty, happy birthday. Luckily, I stumbled upon your Twitter and the balloons popped up and I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go. Those are that's become the new Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I don't use Facebook. I used to be like I don't text anyone anymore for their birthday unless like I stumble upon it like that. Like it's like no one. Like you can't be insulted. Once you get to a certain age, like you can't be insulted when people don't wish you a happy birthday.
There's only certain people that I need to wish happy birthday. Like
my sister, my mom, and my girlfriend. That's it.
People from work, like I like to do is for fun, but like there's some certain people that need to text me for my birthday.
K Marco was another one. If I didn't remember his, I'd get like fired. So
my birthday is on Friday, for anyone wondering. Keep that in your memory bank.
This Friday?
Yep.
Oh, you know what?
Birthday guy.
You guys got to. It's too late. You'll figure it. Pick a date for the dinner. Let's get it done.
Okay. Well, I'm gone for the next 2 weeks.
I know. I'm saying when you come back, let's but let's try and nail it down soon.
Yeah.
I just want to get it out of the fucking way.
That's how you look and hang out with us, getting it out of the way.
How about this, Marty? Me and Tommy were at the same bar on Saturday night and just didn't know that. But I think it was different times. I think literally he left and I showed up like 10 minutes later. But we were both at Red Lion Saturday night and just by coincidence.
What the fuck are you doing there?
I was with a bunch of college friends. They had some live music, and then I was going through Instagram stories today. I was going through Hubs's, and then I saw literally the singer on the stage, and I was like, did I switch to like my college friend's Instagram story? Oh, I got a story for you guys. Yesterday, I met some friends at a Peculiar Pub or something, and I was with like 6 friends from college. 3 of them diehard Bills fans, have season tickets, like the biggest Bills fans you could meet, like grew up in Buffalo, love the Bills. We're walking from whatever that place to Blue Haven West, 1 block, literally a 1 block walk. We're passing Carbone. I see an Escalade. I'm like in the back of the pack. I see an Escalade to my left, and I'm like, let's see who gets out of this Escalade. Like walk into Carbone. It's Josh Allen and his girlfriend. I just froze. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's Josh Allen. And they all froze, turned around. Nobody said anything. Like they were just so in like shock that like nobody said anything. And he just walked right into Carbone. But literally the odds of that, like to that specific group of people I was with, that's literally the biggest star on the planet. Like there was no other person that matters more to them than the Bills quarterback. And like, the odds we have to leave the bar at that time, his car doesn't get stopped at another red light or something, like to get him in that 5-second walk from the Escalade to Carbone was just insane. And I'll tell you, he had an aura about him.
They're gonna regret that.
No, they did. And then one of my friends, when he saw him walk, we were on the corner, like at a restaurant. He saw him walk out. He ran down and was like, "Go Bills, go Bills!" And like as Josh was in the car and pulled away, gave him like a thumbs up, one of these, like go Bills.
Ooh, that's always a sick thing to do if you can pull it off.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm glad we didn't say anything, because what if we said something and he blew us off, and then like we would have hated him. Like I think they were literally just like shocked, like they were just stunned. Like I don't blame. I was speechless too, and like I'm not even a Bills fan. Just like, what are the odds you would see him there?
I've met him twice, and he was shockingly like way cooler than I thought. Like when you see him, it's like an aura. You're right. Like it's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's a big
Where'd you
dude.
see him?
Well, he bet on me from Rough and Rowdy, and he was actually golfing before one of the Barstool.
Oh, that's right. I did meet him.
He was yeah, you met him, and he was coincidentally golfing before one of the Barstool Classics, and I was like, oh fuck, that's Josh Allen.
There's something different though, like meeting like a celebrity that comes through the office versus like just seeing one randomly on the street.
Yeah, his girlfriend's really hot.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at her, but she seemed.
When they came in the office, I was like, oh, good for him. So, he's in that golf.
Love talking about athletes' girlfriends.
I appreciate women.
Hot seat, Amy Cole.
Appreciate women. Marty, remember when you asked me to hang out on a Sunday at Blue Haven? So I went because I live in Murray Hill, and that's near Blue Haven. And you were just at the Blue Haven West, which is just 25 minutes away from there.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I still showed up because I'm a good friend.
Still show up. That was good.
God, I was so mad at you.
I was like, I'm right here.
Like, no, you're not. Oh, fucking prick. I only literally agreed because that's bars like a stone throw away
When
from
you're out of your house, you're like, I gotta do it.
Oh, I was furious that I had to go at that point, but I still went. So let's do Friday. We talked about Amazon Prime, whatever. It was funny to see like the old people just kind of be like, how the fuck do you do this? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this. One guy didn't even have Amazon, which is more believable now because I realized Marty doesn't have it. So he didn't know what Amazon was. I guess I don't know if that was a play or not, but
see the TikTok
yeah.
TJ. I showed it to TJ, but it's one of the funniest ones where the guy's explaining how Amazon started as like a book site, and now they're selling like Jesus, the communion from church on there and shit, and all the reviews like, oh, don't use these for nachos. Like, they come pre-blessed and shit. It's one of the funniest TikToks of all time.
Haven't seen that.
Nope, me neither.
TJ, can you vouch? It was a good one.
Yeah, he's not doing it justice, but it was good.
I'm not doing it. It's not really not that funny, but it's really funny.
I totally botched during the Miles Straw part of this podcast. The story I have to go with that, which is kind of weird. This is not on the level of Tommy coincidence, like wow, but like it's interesting. So prior to the game on Saturday, I get a DM from, and I get, Yankee fans show up the game, or you go to the game, whatever. These guys met John Sterling outside the stadium. I don't know if they want me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I won't say names, but they met John Sterling, was 3 guys. And they're like, oh, I was like, shit. And I responded like, wow, like something like vibes couldn't be higher for today. Something like that. I don't know, whatever. Flash forward to after the game. And they send me a screenshot of the Miles Straw yelling at the fans, when he was up on the thing. And he goes, do 2 of these kids look similar to you? 2 of the fucking kids this guy was with, not him, but 2 of the kids were the people yelling at Miles Straw, going at it. And he's like, yeah, like these are just the 2 of my buddies that we went to the game with. Like they were just going at it. And people were saying,
had him on.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't know if they're in trouble for anything. So I kind of don't want to get their name.
What did they say happened?
So Mercado's quote says that, because I don't think Quan knows what's going on. And he was very dazed. I don't think he could probably even hear anything. Ears are probably ringing. Mercado says that they were mocking Quan for being hurt, like something like that. This guy is vehemently denying that. And he says there's absolutely not. They were clowning Straw because they just blew the game. So take their word or don't.
I can see the misconception, like pointing, laughing, and think the guy's hurt, and he probably thought that. But you also can never really believe anyone.
Yeah, so that's just their side of it. They said that Straw said to them while he was up there, "Hit me, bro." Like egging, like wanting him.
I would have been thinking the opposite. Like I would have been hoping Miles Straw like hit. As much of a pussy as I am, I would have taken one for Miles Straw just for like the lawsuit.
That was back in the. Remember when Syndergaard hated my guts and wanted to actually come in the office and fight me, and I was like, "Oh, if Syndergaard punches me in the face, like that's really good for me."
Yeah, like that's like the last move a player would. That like Miles Straw would have been out of the league.
I always forget that. Like I got so under a player's skin that he wanted to come to the fucking office and fight me. Like you can't be a softer, like easily ratable person than Noah Syndergaard. Although I do appreciate his tweets sometimes now that Brody Van Wagen doesn't write them for him. But yeah, so that was the quick little story there. What?
I'm still blocked.
Yeah, he never blocked me. I think he's like engaging on Twitter, but yes, that was wild. That the fact that and I tweeted vibes have never been higher. Like, of course, I texted them that, and then fucking get into that shit with Straw.
Was he the kid in the middle that was throwing up the pussy at him? That was my favorite. He was? That's amazing. That's an all-time move, right in an athlete's face. Just throw up the pussy.
Oh, did you say was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That was my favorite kid in the whole interaction. I don't think he even had anything.
He wasn't saying a word. He wasn't saying a word. He was just doing this.
I'm gonna start hitting people with that.
That's what we did. We did that to our rival high school at football games across the field. We would just throw the pussy up at him.
What do you think? I find the yak, obviously TJ is so tied to that. Crew dissing is so funny to me. What do you think is like harder to do? Just go up to a fucking random guy and just do this in his face, or crew diss?
I don't know.
What's crew diss?
Crew diss is literally just going up to a crew of people and being like, "You guys are so lame."
Yeah, just dissing a crew.
Oh, crew diss. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I'd rather go up to one person. A crew is tough.
Yeah.
I think both of them are getting you like smacked around, probably.
Yeah. I think if you go up to someone and verbally like say also you're a pussy, like you get punched in the face. Jesus.
I never really understood why like being called a pussy is bad.
I'm almost shocked that the word pussy in like
hasn't been canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, are you saying that women are weak and like pathetic? Like,
I'm actually shocked it hasn't been yet.
I bet one day.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bet within a year you can't say that. Let's talk Friday real quick. J-Mo was good, no question about it. It was a nice, relaxing win. Judge with the 2 home runs. Nice to see the power, of course. IFK came through again. Oh no, is it? No, IKF.
Yeah.
I keep fucking messing that up. I wonder if when I type it in my laptop notes, if it auto corrects to that, and that's why I keep fucking saying it. But it's IKF. There was a podcast like 1 or 2 ago where all I said was that. The story of this game is Michael King.
It's also JFK's fault. That's why I think.
Yeah. I literally just think it's not like JFK. That's how I go in my head.
Okay. I have to say his full name in my head and then go off that. That's my mechanism now. But the story of Friday night, maybe not the story, but holy fucking shit, Michael King. Like we always thought he was good. We believed in the man. Very happy for success. 8 strikeouts in 3 innings is just otherworldly. He was fucking destroying these guys at the plate. He's an assassin. He is, and people are like the back and forth now because he's gotten so good. People are like, oh, why isn't he a starter? Because he wanted to be a starter. All this. Don't fuck with him. Don't Jabba this guy. Let him just.
I do though. As good as he is, there's a part of me that's like, God, I'd love to see him be this good as a starter. Like imagine him like in the starter, but then obviously you're on the risk like, will his stuff not be as good?
Right.
Like,
then what?
Like,
and then you bring him
but
back.
The idea that like we could have just like an ace pitcher that like we're not using like is a little scary. But I mean, he has been very valuable in this role.
So it's especially with.
I'm just so predetermined to love a starter. Like I love a good starting pitcher.
I hear that, but like I think in the climate the baseball has turned to where starters are less and less like going 6-7 innings or whatever. It's the 3-inning guy is almost becoming more and more valuable by the day. And like you see Tampa just like built their fucking pitching staff of like these no names. Like they just throw they're flamethrowers, they're 2 to 3 innings, whatever, and they're great, like a Ryan Yarbrough or whatever. This role for him is awesome. He just comes in and just destroys a lineup. When he starts warming up in the pen, now I get so excited. I'm like, It's Michael King time. Let's fucking go here. He's just going to make a fool of these people. The movement he has, his pitches, the confidence he has. He's got this case. I'm so happy for him. It's all kind of working out for him. He's getting a ton of innings. Like what is he up to now? He's got to be over 10 now, right? Like easily. He's got to be like 12 would be my guess. But everything he's doing is great. Friday was like the peak of it. I feel like he's up to 10 2/3. Okay. So well on his way to his goal, obviously, of hitting 100. I actually think I have the highest number predicted on the pod for that part. So I'm hoping for that. Also, my IKF did that correctly. IKF thing is charging big time.
He's probably, I mean, DJ's probably one, right?
I think all three of our guys, because I think we have DJ, Judge, and that. I think all three are at the top. But back to King. I mean, what more can you say?
No, he's awesome. He's filthy. His stuff, like, I don't remember him having stuff that looked like that. Like, it's so good. He's a joy to watch. But like, if we could get a Nestor for 5 and King for 4, something like that, that'd be just the perfect day Yankee baseball. He's
very similar to what the Red Sox have in Whitlock.
Also, I will say, credit to Jameson Taillon. He's been really good this year.
Yeah.
He got overshadowed, I feel like, by King, but
he did.
He's been really good.
You saw him literally get overshadowed in this segment where I said JMO was good, but let's talk about King. I literally did it in this segment. No, he's been, especially where I was a little nervous of how rushed back he kind of, like, maybe that rushed isn't the word, but he had a quick recovery. I feel like the timeline was way longer than actually he took, but yeah, he's been good. Stuff is good. He gives them consistent like 5 to 6 innings. Good for JMO, man. Yeah, he's have they won every start of his this year? Let's see. I forget. My computer's going slow. They have not. They're 2-1. But yeah, I mean, he was very, very good. But yeah, Michael King, just a joy. What else do I have here? Okay, yeah. So we talked about the jobbing him. Okay, one more thing. So we got Pinstripes coming up here. One more thing before that. The offense should be better. We want to be more consistent. But I do get this vibe that this team, it's clear strength. And it may be the number one collective pitching staff in all of baseball when you consider your starters, and really, especially if Cole's going to figure out pitching again. This being their elite strength, it gives a different vibe of the team than in years past. Like, gives me a little more confidence, like, in that they can do something actually in the postseason. Like, because they hit it, like, you need to pitch in the playoffs. You just need to have elite pitching and just completely shut down lineups. And they give off the vibe. If this game gets to the bullpen and Chad Green isn't in the game, maybe it's anyway. Like, I feel better than maybe.
Yeah, but we've said that about so many Yankee teams in the past years, where it's like this bullpen is so good.
To me, it's more on paper, though. I feel like when they got out of Vino, whatever, like, it was like, wow, look at this thing on paper, but like, it never really like clicked. Now it's all clicking. Like, they're
to me, it's the opposite. Like, they need timely hitting. The playoffs is about like getting hits in big spots, and like maybe you could say, well, it's hitting good pitching or whatever. But to me, like, I have too many memories of the Yankees offense shutting down in the playoffs where it's like, that's what I need to see.
It's more.
I think you're right, where it's not like on paper it was like holy shit, and now our bullpen on paper is not holy shit unless you really know the Yankees. I think I think King is stepping up, Schmidt's stepping up. I mean, fucking obviously Chapman and like Clay Holmes is great.
No one sees Wandy Peralta's name as like.
Yeah, but even
it's like, oh, this guy's good.
No one sees Michael King's name as like, holy fuck. And it's just like these guys are stepping up where it's nice, and it's just like, all right. And our pitching has been unbelievable. Taillon has been very, very good for being with us.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say more. I'll clear my point up a little bit more. When the offense was rolling in years past, like, crushing teams, right? They always do that 3-week stretch, right? 4-week stretch where they're just like the greatest offense ever. Everyone always like, yeah, but you know what happens October. The pitching seems more like a real thing to me. Like, all these guys are just really good. Like, the rotation is just sound to me. It's just Nestor is so good. If Cole can actually like consistent, great. Monty, Sevy, like, it's just a different vibe. Montgomery, Jordan, he's great. No one talks about Jordan Montgomery. All that fucking guy does is
can't get any runs.
Yeah, all that guy fucking does is show up and just shove. But like, you combine how the stars are pitching, and it's 16 games, I know, but these guys are good. It's a good rotation. I know people want to suck all the Mets sticks because they're beating the Diamondbacks and all this shit in their rotation, and they don't have DeGrom, and people are like, that's the best rotation in baseball. If Cole's pitching good, this is the best rotation in baseball. I'll say it. I don't fucking care. If these guys, I trust all these guys. I do. And the bullpen is actually the best. There is no bullpen in baseball better than this one. I don't think it's close either.
That I agree with.
people want to suck the Red Sox. Hansel Robles, God, he knew he blew the game. Let's talk a little Red Sox real quick. You see how they lost their game on Saturday? Trevor Story just throwing the ball away, and then Dahlbeck. You want to compare first basemen? My God, you want to see Bobby Dahlbeck try and stretch for a ball on the opposite side of the wrong foot on the right. Just not a good first baseman. And when you Rizzo, it's just night and day. The Sox are not off to. What was the stat? This will make you feel better about the offense. I quote tweeted before. The Red Sox are averaging 3.5 runs per game. Their second lowest scoring average through 16 games this century. That's not good. I don't think you like that. They're 7-9.
Once you throw century into something, it's never good.
Yeah, no. Also, real quick, and I will laugh at this probably the rest of the night once we log off here, but the Kyle Schwarber ejection video that happened on Sunday Night Baseball with Angel Hernandez is one of the funniest ejections, one of the better ejections outbursts I've ever seen. It is so fucking funny. Hater laughing as he walks away. It's just it all being Angel Hernandez is great. Schwarber's had enough. I feel like every Brewer was just agreeing with Kyle Schwarber too.
Yeah.
It is just God. I can't stop watching.
Was perfect because it wasn't too long. He got his point across and like the theatrics was perfect. I think it was the right amount of time where he just left too. And like it being what he did, like that every MLB player wants to do that to Angel Hernandez.
They should start doing it more. It's like Angel Hernandez, you're a fucking joke. You're a disgraced umpiring. We all hate you.
Instead of going to like one of those smash rooms to get your stress out, it's just all right, you have to yell at Angel Hernandez today.
Schwarber probably came up to that at bat knowing like if one call goes wrong, I'm just gonna fucking take it out on him. Like I'm absolutely just gonna assault you with words. To your point, Marty, how it didn't take long. I gave the proper credit there, right? It was Marty, not Tommy. I want to make sure I'm crediting the right people here.
Yeah.
It wrapped up so quickly that no one was able to get out there and hold him back from it. Like he just got it all out. My favorite part of the whole thing is when he does this.
yeah, and then he goes to the other box and goes like this. It was so fucking funny. Why not do that? It's ninth inning, 2 outs or an out. Like, just fucking might as well get thrown out.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like, it honestly, like, if you look back, it's not a strike, but it's not like there were some.
That's a buildup. That's a buildup.
Oh, I thought it was going to be egregious how bad, like, because I didn't see the pitch.
Did you see any of the other pitches, like, early in the game? There's one called the Gene Segura that almost hits him. It's like a full. Have you seen that one, Marty?
No.
Let me text you. It's so bad I need to text you it, but it's like this was happening all fucking game. There's one also to McCutchen where McCutchen just strikes out and it's the ultimate. He just goes like this motherfucker. Like only Angel does this shit. I have a theory that robots created Angel.
Oh my God.
It's so bad, right?
That thing started curving like right at like it started down the middle and it's almost hit him.
Yeah. It's just I think robots created Angel Hernandez and only in an effort so they can take over baseball with the robot strike zone. Like I think he's a robot engineered human being. What'd you say, Tommy?
So it's not a bad theory.
Yeah, I just like there's no other way he's a real person. I also, Tommy, I think you appreciate this, how he uses like he thinks it's like racist, how he doesn't get postseason games, even though like
dude, just a good old excuse.
It's just so plainly obvious you are the worst at your job ever, and no one holds him accountable. Except for I guess they don't give him the playoff games. So that's them holding him accountable. But yeah, I had to bring that up. I can't wait to watch that again and again before I fall asleep. It's Pinstripes time. It's our favorite time of the week. The third edition of Earning Your Pinstripes on the podcast here. Before that, though, I want to talk to our friends who are at Felix Gray. We love Felix Gray. You can't watch this episode on YouTube and not get a headache without Felix Gray. 5 years ago, Felix Gray set out to create eyewear that would improve daily screen time. I'm looking at a laptop right now. I'm on TV, phone, everywhere. Blue light is everywhere and it's harmful and we need to stop it. And Felix Gray is out here to do that. So since Felix Gray's creation, they've been on a mission to create a better relationship with technology, which is obviously so important. Felix Gray lenses filter 15 times more blue light that can make screen time tough on eyes, disruptive to sleep. blue light can ruin you. Just straight up, like there are enough problems in the world. We don't need blue light like being one of those things. We can, do our best, take care of it with Felix Gray glasses. They've got non-prescription and prescription available on their website. Check them out now at felixgrayglasses.com/porch. That's Felix Gray, FELIXGRAY, glasses.com/porch. Free shipping, free returns, free exchanges. felixgrayglasses.com/porch. Okay. It's Pinstripes time.
Let's I think,
and I don't really know where I'm going here. I actually didn't prepare too much here, but I also, what were we gonna say, Marty?
I almost think we should take away Pinstripes first because it will be a lot shorter this one.
Okay. Fair. I had to think that through for a second.
All right, there, your brain computing still.
It's 12:34. I'm tired. Who's up first?
Me?
Sure, you go.
All right. Well, I'd like to take a pinstripe away from myself. I may have or may have not been some sort of a terrorist today. It was bad, boys. It was bad. I almost went to jail in Puerto Rico.
Go on.
I went through customs, and my stomach really hurt. So I went through customs, and right out of customs there was a bathroom, right? And I really had to go. Like my stomach was in knots. So I hung the backpack up on the stall. I sat down on the turdlet, went to the bathroom, did my business.
You say turdlet?
Yeah, went in there for a while.
Okay.
And I walked out. I was like, man, I feel like a new man. Walked out. I'm walking around.
I think you say I walked out and yelled bomb.
I walked out. I walked upstairs. I realized I had to go through security again because it was a layover. So I didn't think I had to. Went to go get my passport. I forgot my bag in the bathroom. So I left my bag unattended in the bathroom. And buddy, did they think it was a bomb? Oh my God, it was bad. So so I couldn't find it right away. I couldn't find it, or I couldn't find any employee at all to get my shit. So it was like in there for 20, 25 minutes. And I finally found someone, and because you can't go through the door again because it's locked, and it's like if you go through, you'll be arrested. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna think I'm a terrorist. And then I went to and then I finally got someone to open the door for me, and a cop came out like, what the fuck is going on? What is wrong with you? I'm like,
how do you forget the bag? It was right there in front of you.
So relieved. I was like, oh my God. I went out of there, and the guy goes, like, what's wrong with you? Like, you can't do that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I know I can't do that. And he goes, who's Robert? I'm like, how do you know my dad? And then he goes, who's Robert? I'm like, it's my dad. And he goes, he's giving you pills? I'm like, it's for fucking heartburn. I had like 3 of my dad's pill bottles in my bag.
Oh, no.
It was heartburn pills. And they gave me a whole set that he goes, do you know if you walked outside this door, we would have had to shut down the whole Puerto Rico airport? They would have to shut down the entire.
Wait, if you walked outside what door?
The customs door, because the bathroom was right before the actual airport. It's like you would have to walk through customs into the airport. The bathroom was right before it. So if I walked outside of it where the baggage claim was, they would have shut down the entire thing.
How did you not walk outside? Didn't you say it was like 25 minutes though? What were you doing for 25 minutes?
No. So I walked. So I went to the bathroom and the bag was in there, but I walked out to the door into the airport. So I was in the airport.
Okay.
But I was walking around for 25 minutes because I couldn't find an employee to let me back into the door and tell them. It was fucking nuts. So there's a pinstripe away from Martin Archibald.
You definitely haven't seen this movie, but the pills part of this story reminds me of a movie called The Terminal, where
I've seen that.
You remember? You know the scene I'm talking about with the
No, I'm
pills.
not gonna. I don't remember it. I don't remember this.
Tom Hanks has to translate for this guy who and he has these pills and they're like he's got like a fucking knife because they're trying to take it away and ends up being there for his goat or something like that, but they think it's for someone else. It's stupid. That's what it reminded me of. But how do you forget the bag? It's right in front of you.
Yeah,
It's
it was on
right
the
in
hook.
front of It's right
it
in
was
front
on
of
the
you.
hook.
That's so stupid.
But like, so did someone? Do you think someone? Because it was in the bathroom. Like, do you think someone went to the bathroom and reported it right away?
No question.
Probably.
Absolutely.
You guys all answered so fast.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wait, so hold on. You're telling
That's
me
literally the slogan. If you see something, say something.
if you went to the bathroom and you had the shit and your stall had a backpack and you would just take the shit, no problem. You'd be like, yeah, sure.
No, I guess that's like such a obscure place. I would be like,
My
all right,
heart would sink if I saw an empty bag. Like,
That's a great spot for a bomb. I would have
Yeah.
definitely thought it was a
Okay.
bomb.
Do you think the guy took a shit first or reported it first?
reported.
Depends how bad he had to go.
Yeah, it depends.
Imagine that. He like admits,
Bro,
like, I took my
I
shit
was
first.
because it was a connecting flight. First of all, I had to fly from Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico to Tampa. I had to go backwards. It made no fucking sense.
I don't know if that's backwards.
Puerto Rico's further away from the United States than I don't fucking know. It doesn't.
I think
matter.
that's a good pinstripe taken away. Good.
Yeah, I think I deserve that, and I'm taking it away from straw. I'm taking away from straws. Like one,
The guy on the Guardians.
both from the guy on the Guardians and just straws in general. It's like
Oh, just straws. What about paper
Drinks-
straws?
drinks are way better without straws. If you actually put the drink in a cup full to the face, it's way better. But and also, yeah, what's that?
So I order Chick-fil-A a lot and they give paper straws. So I collect plastic straws for that moment.
I respect that.
So it's like whenever I get Chipotle, I just snag like 15, put them right under here so my roommate can't use them. They're for me. And I just throw the paper
That
straw away.
looks chewed at the end. That one looks like it's been chewed on.
It's not open.
Oh, never mind.
Next time you get a
Oh, yeah,
big-
this is a wrapper.
next time you get a big plastic cup, from fast food or whatever, take the cap off, sip it from there. Let me know how it tastes.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
better.
straws are a big root, but I also am taking away from the guy on the Guardians because he's a pussy and he deserved everything he got.
Okay. I actually ran into at the bar on Saturday night. One of the we were hopping around bars, ran into a fan who admittedly threw trash on the field.
What was his logic?
He was fairly intoxicated. I don't remember this entire conversation, but he was more or less like, "Fuck the Guardians." But I was like, I was at the game. He actually didn't know who I was. It was weird. We were just talking about maybe the Yankees were on the highlight reel on the TV or whatever. Because usually, if I'm in a conversation with the
Holy
Yankees,
shit, he didn't know who you were?
usually if I'm in a conversation about the Yankees at a bar, it's because someone's talking about it. Dick. Anyways, he was like, wow, I was at the game. I was like, oh shit. And jokingly was like, were you someone who threw trash on the field? He goes, yeah, I actually was. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, sure.
I love that he was proud. He's like, yep, that's me.
He was so proud. So incredibly proud. And I think he had been drinking since that very moment. And that was a good like 9 hours. Okay. All right. Is that all your pinstripes taken away, Marty?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm going to take one away from Amazon Prime. Just so incredibly hard to watch a game at a bar. With those games going on, they got to figure that shit out. And by that, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do because they have the deal and they paid a lot of money. It's honestly, I should probably take a pinstripe away from the Yankees organization itself because they did the deal, but I'm going to take away from Amazon Prime. Unless they want to sponsor the podcast. If they sponsor the podcast, I will give them 2 pinstripes. So put them over the top at +1. So just put that in there. That doesn't need to be on a graphic. That's just audio. I'm going to take one away from the fans that threw shit on the field because you can't throw shit on the field. I don't have a problem with the people in left field. If that's all they were yelling at was fucking straw about the game, that's fun to me. That's fine. Maybe it's a misunderstanding on Mercado's part. Don't care really about that. I care about
take a pinstripe away from them. They were showing passion.
You can't throw shit.
Yeah, you give them a ding. You don't take away their pride. Yeah, a pinstripe is pride. My pride was taken away when I was almost a terrorist.
I'm actually going to give a pinstripe to Yankee fans, not those specific fans, but in general, I feel like Yankee fans had a bad rap this weekend trying to bring us all down, scumbags. So not any specific Yankee fans, but in general, Yankee fans, we've had a rough weekend. I'm giving a Hubs is taking away pinstripes. I'm going to even it out. I'm giving Yankee fans a pinstripe. You made your bet, Hubs. You lie in it.
It's fine. I don't think you can't throw shit at people.
You can't, but you can go like this, slap on the wrist.
Listen, fair is fair. So I'm taking away from those two and Chad Green. Learn a new pitch. Just learn another pitch. I want that on the ground. Learn a new pitch because
I'm taking one away from Chad Green.
Yeah, that's me. That's all I got.
Thinking about Stanton just because he's been pretty bad, but I feel like
and Cole would have gotten maybe multiple.
So I'm still considering taking one away from Cole because of how bad
let him go.
But
let him go to the week.
I guess it evens out. I'll only take one away from Chad Green. I'll let Stanton slide too, I guess, because I like Stanton more than most fans. I feel like he gets a bad rap.
He's on a rut.
Yeah, but that happens with he started off great. And
for sure.
And also I don't take it away. Like, if we're winning, I don't really care. Like, just get it out of your system while we're winning. Like, that's what makes a good team. That we don't need just him to be hitting all the time.
Stanton is hitting 152 in his last 12 games. No homers, 4 RBIs, OPS of 341. So yeah, this is a bad one, but it'll rebound. It'll be fine.
We're winning. So again,
we're winning. So it's not as loud, and I think he's earned plenty of room at this point, and he will figure it out and be fine.
What's gonna go on the graphic, TJ, for mine? Terrorists?
It just says Marty Mush -1. I could put terrorist if you want me to put terrorist.
Maybe
put bomb.
Either bomb or accidental terrorist.
Dude, when you were telling the story, I thought if you were like Mad Libs or whatever, and I was just gonna guess, I thought you walked out of the bathroom and you were gonna say like, I just dropped the bomb in there.
Somebody at the high school across town from us had like a helicopters at the school because he tweeted suicide bomb #RIP about a big shit that he just took.
Oh man!
But a bunch of police showed up to the school.
That's awesome.
Thing I'm not taking anything from Gallo. I'm just gonna let him sit for piss me off.
I'm taking another one away from Gallo.
Okay. I will say Yankee fans are ruthless in the sense that Gallo hit an RBI double today. His next at bat, he struck out. Shit got booed out. Just complete. We don't give a fuck.
Joey Gallo gets like every time he gets a hit, we can't have fans be like, "See, Joey Gallo's good."
I know.
Still. Thank you for reminding me to take away one from. I'll just be continually taking them.
Yeah, you weren't on the pod this week. You were doing a bunch of shit. But you would have had probably a really good Joey Gallo rant for. I feel like now you're a little subdued. They won, they swept. Not as many negative thoughts in your crazy brain, but you would have been mad on Thursday.
Yeah, but he still loses a pinstripe. Okay. I have a bunch to give out.
Is that the takeaways? I was going to add, I'm going to take away a pinstripe from myself for not throwing the first pitch off the mound at the Rutgers game on Saturday.
That was tough.
They asked me not to, so I obliged.
Okay, at least they asked you not to. Okay, you got to respect them. Like, you can't just fuck up the mound.
I didn't bounce it.
Pitch wasn't great.
You can't use the I didn't bounce it when you don't throw from the mound, though.
I threw a couple warm-up pitches beforehand. Not good. Forgot how to throw a baseball.
You know what? I don't feel bad about saying it because I told you 2 weeks ago to have a cat.
I did. I think I forgot how to throw a baseball. It was like every fifth throw I was spiking it. I don't know what was going on.
When that ball came out of your hand, your wrist didn't even flip. It just flew right out.
I have the yips, I think.
You can't have the yips. You haven't thrown in 40 years.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Wait, that's actually not what the yips is. You just can't throw.
I was in my own head. Tough scene.
Did you get claps?
I guess, yeah. I used Brandon Walker's old intro music for Pick Central. I don't know if you know.
This isn't even a chirp, but like people go to Rutgers baseball games.
Not really. They're like one of the best teams in the country right now. So I know that's people. Why
East Coast, no one.
Maybe like 200 people were there, 300 people.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought that's way more than I thought.
And they're on fire, so that's cool.
Yeah,
they're still on fire.
Yeah, they're like top 3 most wins in the country.
Cool.
We-
I'm not taking a pinstripe away from him. But this Carlos Beltran called games this weekend. Not very.
He doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk, and when he talks, he just it's almost like an inside joke. Maybe moving forward, that I'm gonna love him because he says the most like obvious things in the world. Like it was something about like Kay mentioned the weather, and Beltran was just like, "Yeah, you see that's a great start to the day." It's like, all right, like he mentioned he just detailed who plays outfield for the Yankees, and I was like, oh, that's a good outfield. Just doesn't really say much.
That's the exact same car I thought that Angel Hernandez would drive.
Were people egging his car?
What?
Were people egging his car?
Someone was screaming. This is what they're screaming at him driving out.
Oh no!
Angel Hernandez, you stink, and I don't like you.
You know what? Good job by that guy. He doesn't get a pinstripe, but good job because that's just clean old fashioned, just getting on someone.
No cursing. PG.
Yeah, no cursing. The emphasis on stink is always going to be funny to me. And what was it? I don't like you. Is it the last part?
I don't like you.
That plays all the time.
And Angel just stares at him and smiles.
He's getting his check.
Yeah.
Okay, hand out pinstripes, Thomas.
So I did Yankee fans. Can we put on the graphic just people were too mean to us? Yeah, like, and you know, it's Yankee fans, and I just wanted parentheses like people were too mean to us.
Okay.
I was I was watching it. I also had a wedding on Saturday, like during it, and I got called a scumbag 45 times. It's like, what did I do? I thought I did something wrong, and then I just saw the clip. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
They probably just assumed you were in there.
That was like a panic, like, oh fuck. I looked at my mentions before.
Oh, that is a horrible feeling.
It was a lot of scumbags too, just like at Marty Mush scumbag.
I would have went into a deep panic, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what did my internet history just get fucking released here? Like, what's going on?
I'm giving 2 to IKF. Really good week. Big hit Saturday. I think he deserves 2 because I think I had him in the negatives. Giving 1 to Glaber, you get a walk-off, you get a pinstripe. That's just going to be a rule.
He loves walk-offs. He's a big walk-off.
Yes, he's clutch. I don't care how much he's struggling. I'll trust Glaber in a big
I think he's
spot.
tied for the most walk-offs in baseball in the last like 3 years or something. Some sort of.
I'm giving 1 to Aaron Boone because I like that he walked Miguel Cabrera. I think that was the right baseball move. I think all these pussies crying about it are pathetic. Losers, and I'm for Aaron Boone. That was the right baseball move.
What about Chad Green?
I'm a Boone guy. What?
He put Chad Green in the game.
Whatever. You know, I'm a Boone guy now. I'm giving him a pinstripe.
All right. Okay.
Michael King gets a pinstripe for his performance on Friday. Jamison Tyone, he gets a pinstripe because I feel like he's been good and he hasn't really been rewarded. And then Rizzo, DJ, and Judge all get pinstripes. Just hitting. Judge had his 2 home run game. Rizzo's been great. DJ's been great. So happy mood. I'll hand out a lot of pinstripes.
Does Cashman get one back?
Not yet.
Still not asleep. Doesn't give him one back.
No.
5 in 1 week.
What gets Cashman one back? 10 in a row.
Yeah, 10 in a row. He'll definitely get one back.
Wow.
10 in a row. His season total goes to negative 27. Cashman trades for Juan Soto.
I just can't be like week to week with his pinstripes. Like he's gonna be like big moments. He'll get his pinstripes taken away and given in batches, like for big things. Like he's not gonna be a week riser.
So you're saying like if you were to give him pinstripes, you could give it in theory like 5 at one time.
I could give him 20 at one time if I wanted.
That would be funny if he's just always either 0 plus 25 or like negative 28, never anything else. Okay. I'll start with DJ. Definitely gets a pinstripe for me. Just fantastic to see that man healthy again, swinging the bat. So good at the top of the lineup. Aaron Judge, nice to have power from him. Good job, sir. You get a pinstripe. Anthony Rizzo gets a pinstripe. Kiner-Falefa is going to get 2 pinstripes. Oh, no, sorry, 1 pinstripe. I should give him 2. 2 for making me look correct. So I appreciate that. I'm going to give Jose Trevino another pinstripe because he braved himself to catch Gerrit Cole when no one in the world thought he could do that, and he seemed it worked. I don't know if it was all his doing, but good job. I like Jose Trevino, the baseball player. Let's see. Nestor is going to get a pinstripe for me.
Oh, I forgot to give Nestor a pinstripe. Add Nestor.
I was stunned the entire way that you didn't give him a pinstripe.
Just for his diving play. I gave him 3 last week, so I thought about I can't always. But you know what, Nestor, he's going to stack up pinstripes. He's such a special boy. I'm going to load him up.
We're going to have to be careful of how many times we give him pinstripes because there's only so many you can give him. But he's going to get 2 from me. The diving play was number 1 on SportsCenter, so I appreciated that. And I just the calm. He had 2 starts this week. The calmness he gives me.
No, he didn't. He only had 1. Started Sunday in Baltimore.
1 start this week. The calmness he gives me on the mound is like no other. I appreciate him. He is our true ace at the moment. He gets a pinstripe. Michael King, another pinstripe for him. He might be my leader at the moment for the year. But I mean, just a wizard out there. Am I missing someone here?
Yeah, you're missing the fucking hot dog stand guy and the fucking sprinkler guy. What are we doing here, fellas?
This is what the segment is, Marty.
Well,
we give
how many people are we going to give pinstripes to? We've been giving pinstripes. Hubs is literally looking for more people to give it to. We need a cap. You guys are giving it out like fucking lollipops at the doctor's office.
1 pinstripe.
Great week.
This is unbelievable.
We had a good week.
Nestor, 1,000%. Yes, he deserves it. Michael King, yes, deserves it. All these other guys, they're doing their job. They got to do something more than you guys. You guys give these out like there's nobody's business.
Kiner-Falefa is hitting 300. What more?
I do not give him 1.
You can give it to him. Who else?
Gleyber walk-off?
No, Gleyber walk-off?
I'm not there. No, I'm not there.
Gleyber walk-off.
Walk-off's a pinstripe moment for me.
No, it's not.
That's a classic pinstripe moment.
So I'm surprised. Did you give one to Donaldson for hitting the home run?
I didn't.
No.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
Now what? I didn't. So now what?
No, you gave it to the whole else of the team. I'm giving out 4.
Who did I give to that was unwarranted in your mind?
Go through it again.
You were mad about Trevino. I saw that expression.
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
He gets 1.
He caught Gerrit Cole. He braved him.
Good for him. They're doing their job. Pinstripes are worth something. That's like they're becoming a Yankee. Catching a guy twice is nothing.
No one's been doing it. He fixed Gerrit Cole at the moment.
The integrity of this fucking thing is the
I got
only
one more.
that cares about it.
One more. Kaiden Cole gets a pinstripe.
Now that's a good one.
He fixed his
He
dad.
deserves it.
Kaiden Cole gets a pinstripe.
Right.
Yes.
You want to give one to his wife too, just because you're obsessed, you freak?
Well, technically, she's the reason he's alive. So, but I thought about it. But we're gonna go Kaiden Cole with 1. All right, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah, thank God there's none else to give. I'm only giving it to IKF because he's turned it around and he's actually like becoming a Yankee, it seems like, because that's what pinstripes are. Michael King is becoming into his role. He's fucking becoming one of the most dominant guys in our bullpen. Pinstripe. Fucking third is Nestor Cortez. Like Tommy said before, everyone keeps this. All right, it's Nestor Cortez. The guy runs a subway to the games. No way he can keep this up. He's keeping it up. He gets a pinstripe. That's it, scumbags.
Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs the other day. He had a great. He had a good. What's he have to do?
I kind of agree with Marty. I mean, I gave my pinstripes out, but I just think I want to have I want to have a running tally all year. Right now, those guys are worth at least to be +1 in my mind.
That's how I think.
But I don't take them away that easily too. Like I don't.
Oh, I do.
You take away easily.
My pinstripes, they come and go.
Yeah, your guys, it's like a tweet to you guys. It's just like, oh, it's a fart in the wind. Just put it out there. I'm like losing sleep over taking a pinstripe away from someone.
No, I take him away easily, but you get him back. That's the thing.
I didn't see the integrity of this pinstripes.
You're also trying to blow up an airport. So
that was tough. Yeah, I took, hurt badly. It hurt me to take away one from me. I don't know how I'm going to gain one back.
It took threatening countless lives.
How am I going to gain one back? Save a plane from a terrorist?
Yeah. I'd give you 2 for that.
Yeah, that'd be 2. Nestor got 3 last week. You'd get 1 less for saving a plane.
Did you see this thing that Chef Donnie tweeted out of the stunt?
Yeah,
they tried
crazy.
It just failed. Like the plane just crashed.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
So the idea, Marty,
everyone was fine, but yeah,
everyone's fine. But the idea was these pilots are going to get out of the plane at the same time, skydive, get in each other's other plane, and one guy's plane just fucking went down too quick and just failed. So the guy had the
Red Bull.
They decided to do this with passengers on there?
No, it was like stunt planes. Red Bull did it.
Oh,
come on, bro. Yeah.
Well, you guys said everyone's on
Imagine
United
on
flight
Delta,
and an American
Delta
Airlines flight.
Imagine getting on Delta and the fucking pilot just like, yeah, so today we're actually going to be switching pilots on this flight. Hope you guys don't mind.
Don't mind us. I'm just gonna shoot out of here real fast.
Gonna be parachuting out. We'll have the new one come in any second now. Should be landing around 2:30:78 in Florida.
Let me tell you this.
Let me Joe here to get you to Florida, but in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna switch with John from the other United place.
Jesus Christ.
Let me ask you this: if an airline charged like 90% cheaper, but they do that, would you fly? I feel like they become the most popular airline in the world.
I would not.
I would. $20 flight to Vegas? Come on.
To die?
Or not.
Which you save so much money.
Only one of the planes crashed. That's a pretty good chance of survival.
50%?
I don't know.
Imagine that's your marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Look, 50-50 chance. Oh God. Could you imagine if there were people?
What a preposterous thing to suggest.
You guys said everyone was okay. So I was like, oh wow, there must have been a lot more people on there.
2 pilots.
Yo, I don't think we'd be able to do a podcast tonight if like 100 people just died in a plane crash. Like I feel like everyone would just be like on Twitter, be like, "What the fuck? We can't talk about this."
How did we let that happen?
We're giving Jose Trevino pinstripes.
Oh God! Good stuff.
I want the everyone listening to start like we should do a fan vote for pinstripes too. Like we start putting in a listener pinstripe.
You know, what we'd have to do is TJ, maybe
like
you're good with this.
4 stars of the week.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of an example Barstool does with it. Oh, you know how the dozen does the fan vote?
Yep.
Yeah, like a form.
Yeah, it'd have to be that, and we do off like the percentages.
Yeah, I would like that.
Sure.
Yeah, just have like everyone in the roster, and you could vote for one
Stuff,
person.
though, I guess we'd be limiting. You can only give and take one, the fans, but like, okay, like whatever.
Yeah, they get one. They actually have integrity, unlike you two. I'd like to hear from them too. Should we be giving who's right in this situation?
Look, to keep it week to week.
In the terrorist situation, not you, not correct. Maybe you know what? Fuck.
I had to shoot straight with you boys. I'm about to shit my pants any second now. So if I hop off of here, that's why. I've been holding it in for an hour. I didn't know we were going this long.
I thought about real quick. I thought about taking away a pinstripe from the police officer that dealt with Marty for not arresting him. I thought about it. But I feel like that's way too hard for. Imagine if we just put like police officer, like no one.
I was in a room by myself with this guy, and I thought I was going to Puerto Rico jail.
Yeah, they should have just fucking taken Puerto Rico jail. You don't survive.
No, not a chance.
Auto dead. Okay, that went long. Good podcast. Good weekend. The Cup coming here. Home to Baltimore for 3 starting on Tuesday. If you don't fucking sweep the Orioles after this, like, come on, just fucking beat the Baltimore Orioles. And then they're at Kansas City this weekend. Six game week. 5-1. Gotta go 5-1. Let's just keep it going here. Play the bad teams, beat the bad teams. That's a short portion. We'll see you back here later in the week. See ya.